Hello?
How you doing this evening?
All right. Who's it?
I'm with Senior Life Services, and I have to let you know this call may be recorded for quality assurance purposes. The reason for my call is that a little while back, you had requested some information online regarding our state-approved final expense burial programs. Does that ring a bell to you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you for confirming that. You remember looking into $5,000 and having Harmony as your beneficiary?
Yeah. Is this about life issues?
Yes, ma'am. That rings a bell to you?
Yeah, that's my daughter.
Are you guys going to get a break in the weather this weekend?
I have no idea.
We're supposed to finally get some rain and stuff this weekend. It's supposed to.
Oh, really?
A little cold front coming in, so hopefully hopefully y'all get it too.
Hopefully we do.
Yeah, you sharing your request for information. You were born 1959, is that correct?
Yes.
And you didn't say if you were married or single. It looks like you had only filled out the section on yourself. Were you applying for yourself or for someone else?
No, I was applying for myself.
Yourself? I got you. What kind of work did you used to do?
I've done all kinds of work.
All over the place?
Yeah, I've done from nursing, cashiering, to bartending, to concrete work, you know, I mean. Oh,
you've literally done it all.
Yeah.
Before I started doing this, I worked at a grocery store out here.
Right.
It was a good job until they sold it to a big chain, and then it just completely changed.
Right.
You know, they wanted everybody to do the same amount of work for less money.
Right.
And that just wasn't happening.
No.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2. I had 4, but I only have 2 left.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I know we lost my brother not too long ago. My mom hasn't been the same since then. No parents should ever have to do that. So I've been trying to get her to go to counseling for it, but she won't do it.
Right. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, but...
Yeah, I could imagine. Harmony pretty much the one that would be taking care of your final arrangements?
Yes, she's my oldest daughter, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Probably have a bunch of grandbabies too, huh?
I have 4 altogether.
4 grandbabies? If you wanted to put them on here, you could. We also have, it's called a grandchild, or it's called a child rider, but it's a grandchild rider as well. You can put your grandbabies on your policy to where they're actually covered as well. And it's usually roughly $12 a month per grandchild. And once they turn 21, they have the option to convert it into their own policy if you wanted to get your whole family covered.
Right.
Are you enjoying retirement?
Yeah, I have my retirement. I'm also working like part-time.
Oh, nice. Good for
hotel.
you.
Yeah.
At a hotel?
Yeah, motel.
I bet you that's pretty hard. My ex-wife did that stuff. And
yeah.
I don't know. She was always complaining. People are nasty in those rooms.
Sometimes they are, yeah, very much.
I've never done anything like that. I don't know if I'm kind of OCD, so I don't know.
Right. Well, it's just cleaning. I mean, if you don't mind cleaning stuff and laundry.
Oh, yeah.
That's not bad, you know.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I take it you're on Social Security and then they allow you to work part-time.
Yeah, I'm allowed to work so much. You know?
I have an 84-year-old woman that works with my agency. She started a couple months ago. And she got bored of retirement and found out that, you know, she can work a little bit whenever she's drawing Social Security. So she went out and got licensed to do this. And she's actually one of our better agents now.
Really?
It's kind of funny. She outworks most of the younger ones, too. I think it's so funny.
Yeah. Well, you know, back in the day, most kids we worked, and these days, most kids don't.
Exactly. I was just getting ready to say that. Just the work ethic and everything was so much different back in the day than it is these days. Kids these days are spoiled.
Exactly. That's the problem. They don't have to work most of them.
How old are your grandbabies?
My oldest is 17, I think, and then I have the youngest one is 13.
Oh, okay. So they're pretty close together, huh? In age?
Yeah.
Did y'all do anything for the 4th?
No. Didn't do anything. No.
I didn't either. I share 50-50 custody with my ex.
I
have 3 kids. One of my oldest, he's 18, but I have my youngest on the 4th, and he's autistic, so the noise really scares him. So no fireworks for us, but you know, we still grilled out and kind of watched him from a distance because he likes to watch them.
Right, it's just the noise.
Now,
close.
Would you want to put both of your kids on here? Would you want to put Harmony and then your other kid?
Yes, I mean, as beneficiaries, me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I mean, yeah, my other daughter, her name is Shalane.
Charlene?
Shalane, S-H-A-L-Y-N-E, Shalane.
L-L-Y-N-E?
Yeah.
Got it. Is her last name the same as yours?
Yes.
Okay. See here. Your daughters work with you too, or?
No, Harmony works at a donut place. She works for that donut. Shalane, I'm not sure she works because she's up north.
Mm-hmm.
She's still in New Hampshire.
Are you originally, or is that where you're originally from, is New Hampshire?
Yeah, New Hampshire. I've been down here 17 years.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I like it here better.
The only thing I don't like is the tornado season. Cause
right.
I've been in two of them. Like in 2010, one came through that grocery store that I worked at. And I mean, we got everybody in the cooler, and it worked like it should have.
Right.
But last year, one hit Shawnee, and I lived in Shawnee at the time, and we got really lucky actually because it was at nighttime. You couldn't see it coming. You can hear it. You can hear it though. They sound like a train.
Yeah, and they do.
It took out my back fence, and then definitely God was looking out for us this day because it hopped our fence, or hopped our house, I mean, and then touched back down in my driveway and totaled out my car.
Oh my God, that's
But it didn't do any. It did no damage to our house. Someone else's roof was on our roof.
Oh wow.
But as far as like, I think we might have had one busted window actually. That was about it.
Right.
It definitely could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it could have.
So my youngest son, there was an Amber Alert going off on my phone whenever the tornado was coming through, and now every time he hears an Amber Alert, he runs to the bathroom, makes me go hide in the bathroom with him. He knows where to go. We didn't have a shelter there, so that was the safest place in the house.
Right. Yeah, that's the best place to go. Less windows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hiding in the bathtub or something.
Right.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
Now,
it was a scary thing.
It feels kind of silly even asking you this because you're so young, but I'm told to ask everybody. Are you able to make decisions on your own, or does someone help you make financial decisions?
No, I make decisions on my own.
I figured you're young enough. Most of the people I speak with are a little bit older than you, so we always have to ask.
Right.
Now, if I am able to find something for you today, our state-approved programs, they do require that you have an existing relationship with a bank or credit union. And I don't need any personal information right now, but do you currently have an active checking or savings account?
I just have my stuff comes on a card, card.
Direct Express, yeah.
It's like that. It's Chime though, like all my stuff. Chime, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's just like a bank account.
Yeah, it's a bank.
The only reason they ask that is because you used to be able to send money orders and checks in, and people would go to the hospital and end up losing their insurance at the worst possible time because they couldn't send in a money order or a check to the company. So now they just have you some kind of electronic form of payment so you don't lose your insurance at the worst possible time. It happens all the time.
Right.
Now,
but I mean, do I have to pay something today because I don't have any money?
You wouldn't have to. You wouldn't be covered. We always try to suggest that, you do start it because if the day that you make your first payment, you're covered. But, as long as you're okay with that, we could just see if we can get you approved. And then a lot of our companies, we can push the payment out up to 35 days on most of our companies. So, that's not that big of a deal. We can definitely work around that.
Right.
You just wouldn't be covered until that first payment went through. Now, in order to move forward, I do need to ask you a few questions, though, because one thing's for certain is that everybody's situation is different. So, what is good for your neighbor could be absolutely terrible for you. There's no, one-size-fits-all way of selecting certain benefits. So it's not like I can mail you a brochure that has all the answers, if that makes sense.
Right.
Now, do you currently have any life insurance or prepaid burial programs?
No.
Okay, that's what we're on the phone for. Now, we only ask that because we offer a free service called a policy review. I know one time I did a policy review for a guy. He had there's term policies and they expire usually whenever you turn 75 or 80. And he had a term policy for 17 years and he didn't even know that he had a term policy. I felt bad for that guy because they don't build any cash value or anything like that. And then when they expire, you just lose everything. So what type of program were you looking into? Were you looking into something to cover a funeral, a cremation, or leave extra money behind for your kid and grandbabies?
Yeah.
A funeral?
Huh?
Would you want it to be able to cover a funeral and leave some extra money behind, or a cremation and leave extra money?
It would be a cremation and then leave money.
Cremation? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cremation and extra.
Mm-hmm.
I know cremations are more popular nowadays.
Even
that they are. Well, I remember back in the day, you used to get them for like $500 with.
I know, that's ridiculous. Price of that stuff.
Yeah, about 6% every year. I know my brother, he passed 10 months ago, and he didn't have a program, so our whole family had to come together and pay for everything, and
right. And that's expensive.
And for a cremation and a small, just little celebration of life was like $10,000.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
It is. And I got off the phone with the lady earlier that told me she had just spent $17,000 on her, which that's really steep. She got gouged there, but she paid 17 grand for a cremation with no service for her husband.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
It is. It really is. I had a friend that her husband died, and he didn't get cremated, but her daughter's boyfriend made the coffin for him.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because
that saved a lot of money.
Yeah, because those coffins are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But it came out real nice. He was good at woodwork, so.
That's good. Well, you know, the funeral home didn't even ask us like what we wanted to do with my brother because we didn't have money for it until the whole family came together for it. And they just went ahead and cremated him, and then they held his ashes hostage until we had the money. Which until that happened, I had no idea that funeral homes could do that kind of stuff.
I know. It's crazy how they could do that stuff.
It is.
My daughter and my son was cremated.
Your daughter. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear about that. Yeah. I know that they had to be real young.
It's been she was 23 and he was like 41 or something.
Mm-hmm. But still really young.
Yeah, she was.
I know.
The youngest.
Yeah, that's one of those things that never gets easier. I mean, it might get a little easier over time, but then there's always going to be those times that it just.
Well, yeah, you have your moments when some certain thing will trigger something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a song or something that
y'all listen together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I can definitely get
when
that.
the birthdays come around or the death birthdays come around.
Christmas, and holidays, and stuff like that. How long has it been, if you don't mind me asking?
It's been 10 years for my daughter, and it's been 5 years for my son.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, still.
Yeah.
As a way, especially 23. That's.
Yeah, I know. Never got married, never had kids,
None of it.
Mm-mm.
I know. Did you? Well, you probably spend lots of time with your grandbabies now, other than the ones that are up. You said up north. You said. Yeah,
most of them are up north. 2 of them up north. Well, 3 of them are up north. And then one's down here.
Okay, so you get to see one all the time, huh?
Pretty much. Well, he doesn't really stay at his mom's. He goes to his sister's more than anywhere.
Oh, really?
So I see him once in a while, yeah.
I got you. And does anyone live with you who relies on your income to help bills get paid?
I live with my daughter.
You live with your daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Because if she needed your money to get bills paid, you could. Now, most of the time, I would only sell a policy like this to someone that might have a coverage already to take care of their final expenses. But you could get it structured to where the insurance company would give your daughter your income replacement for a couple of years. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you wanted to, which your daughter would still get the option even if we didn't set it up like that. But
you mean while I was still alive?
now a lot of our programs. I was talking about after, but
after, okay.
a lot of our programs actually do come with something called a terminal illness rider, which where if you were to ever go into your doctor's and your doctor tells you that you have less than a year to live, the insurance company, whichever one I'm able to match with you, will send you the money while you're still alive. And you can
I see.
You can use that to go on vacation or really whatever you wanted to do.
But you have to be terminally ill, is that it? So that you're going to die. I see.
Yeah, and I know I hate to even talk like this, but over 70% of people, they die of a terminal illness, so there's a 70% chance that you're actually going to get to use that, which is the sad thing, but it's just statistics, you know.
Right. Well, I'm almost 65, and I don't take no medication or nothing, so.
You're good. So you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, it's because I'm sure part of it helps because you stay busy.
Yeah,
exactly. In this line of work, I've realized real quick, it's whenever people tend to retire and stop working and stop staying active, that's usually when their health starts to decline.
Right. Yeah, I still do a lot. So.
It sounds like it. How many hours a week do you work at the motel?
I work like 5 hours a day, so.
Almost full time. Close to full time.
Close to it. And I have days off that I work too, so.
You probably got some crazy stories working for the hotel. Is it a big one?
It's a 2-story, so it has 2 floors. And we have right now crew people, Mexican crewmen staying there. But I haven't had too bad of an experience yet. I mean, I walked in on 2 guys sleeping one time.
I can imagine.
I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Is it like farming crews? You have farming crews staying over there right now?
I think they're the ones that are working on the roads and stuff around here.
Gotcha.
There's construction there.
I used to live in Alva, and there was a huge like farming community. It's right next to Kansas, and every time that it was farming season, you would have lots of Hispanic. They probably weren't even citizens. Yeah. I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't think they were citizens, and. They
probably not. They probably didn't have no green card, I'm sure.
They came out here they came out to Alva just for that work, just for the farmers would hire them. And they know what they're doing.
And they don't pay as good to them.
To them, it's good.
Yeah. Because they get us some money back to their families in Mexico and stuff, so, Yeah,
exactly. And cost of living out there is nothing like out here.
Right. So, and then, of course, a lot come over to see if they can get married to a American or something.
Yeah,
then they legally are American.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that, which it happens. I mean, some of them stay together forever. I know. I talked to a couple the other day. The guy was from here, but his wife was from Africa, but they've been together for like 50 years or something like that. It was a long time, but he went out there and got her and stuff and brought her out here.
Was this a mail order bride thing? Was it like a mail order bride thing? Because I know somebody that did that twice.
I didn't ask him. I didn't even really ask him how he met her, but I do know that she was from Nigeria, and he went out to Nigeria and got her and brought her here. They got married and stuff, and they were together for 50 years, a long time.
That is a long time. My mom and dad are still alive. My daddy's 88 and my mom's 86.
Oh, so you got good genes then.
Yeah, and and actually my dad will be 89 in September. And he's still doing good. I mean, he had a little problem with his leg, but because he fell and broke it, but he had much rehabilitation. And now Mom said he's doing good. So my mother's got COPD and
real bad.
Yeah,
my mom is she on oxygen?
Not yet.
Okay, that's good. Then she's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
My mom, she's got that as well, and she just has the albuterol inhaler, and she never even uses it.
Right. My mom,
Did your mom quit smoking?
Yeah, she quit She smoked for 40 years and then she quit.
Most of the people that have COPD, they have smoked, but every now and then I'll still run across someone that never smoked a day in their lives that has it.
Right.
One lady, her husband was a smoker, and then she caught COPD and he didn't. I thought that was kind of crazy.
Secondhand smoke.
And
they say that's worse than the first. Smoke,
there must be some truth.
I quit smoking, but I vape. I like vaping now.
That's what I do too. I just recently quit and I started smoking my vapor, so I'm at 18. The only problem is that they taste so good, it's easy to just...
Exactly. They're much better than a cigarette. Yeah, because I haven't smoked a cigarette in almost a year now, so... Oh,
that's really good.
I just vape. I love my vapes.
Yeah. I know. It makes you feel a lot better.
Right.
Even though you're just vaping.
Yeah, but if I lose my vape, oh my God, I go, it's crazy. It's worse than if I had a cigarette.
Or if the coil goes out or it dies or something.
Yeah, it's just, I gotta have it.
Actually, whenever I was out at my brother's celebration of life, I accidentally dropped my vapor and busted the tank and had to go without it the whole time. It was rough.
Wow. That's terrible.
So what kind do you do, like a 18 milligram or?
I just do the ones that you buy. Like right now, I've got one called the Raz, and it's on the side. It's like a digital type thing, and it tells you when the liquid gets low, and it's disposable pretty much. And, I've seen them. Thought about it. I just have like a regular mod. Right. I've seen those before. I've tried them. I don't like them kind of much.
They can be harsh because they're. It's a real big hit off of it.
Right.
So,
these are like.
I have to.
What?
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. No, I mean they're disposable. I just make sure I have at least 2 a month. Oh, that's actually not that bad. Just 2 a month. Yeah. No, that's actually pretty good. I usually change my tank out once a day. Fill it up once a day. So yeah, you're doing pretty good. Yeah, they last pretty long. Where was your family? Where would they get the money to take care of things when you passed if you didn't have a program like this? Where would they get it? I have no idea. I got you. I'm sure you maybe your sister. My sisters maybe, but I doubt it because I don't think they're that rich. They've been working steadily for years and years, but it would probably be a situation. But I wouldn't want them to pay for my stuff anyway. So yeah, I definitely understand that. Now I want to leave my kids something because definitely. So we're definitely looking for something for a cremation and to leave extra money back behind for your kids. Would you want to leave any extra for your grandkids as well? I don't know. I was thinking that I could just let their mothers, it depends on how much everything costs. Right. And you can always say, you decide to go with a certain plan today. And if you wanted to up it later, all you would have to do is call me because most of our companies, they do up to $50,000 for the whole life. So, if we got you, just say we got you a $25,000 policy and have to pay for a cremation and leave your kids with about $10,000 a piece. Right. That would be good. And if you decided, hey, later you wanted to leave the grandkids with like $5,000 a piece, you can just call me and we can up it later. So that's not that big of a deal. It's completely malleable. Even the beneficiaries, you can call me and change that at any time. Okay. Because I work for you. I sell for a bunch of different carriers, but once I sell you a policy, you're my client. So anytime that you needed anything, you would just call me and I would get it taken care of. Okay. So what kind of life insurance is this? Is it how they have Gold, they have Mutual Omaha, they have... we sell for so many different carriers. That's how we're able to get pretty much everybody covered because we look around throughout the whole state and we just find the best option for you. So we do the shopping for you. Okay. Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, we're not Mutual Omaha or anything like that. We just... I see. Because a lot of the Mutual Omahas, they have... They do
most of them are guaranteed issue, so they have a 2-year waiting period on them on mutual.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They do have day one coverage, but the underwriting on them are so strict that most people don't even qualify for it, unfortunately.
Wow.
So I know I'm probably not the first insurance agent that you've spoken with. Have you heard anything in the past that's kind of helped you?
Well, my boyfriend, he got life insurance in August of 2000. I think it was 2019 or 2018, and we had a motorcycle wreck on the next month, September, and he had brain damage and everything. And he was on life support, and he died in October. And
sorry to hear that.
I had a hard time getting. I was the only beneficiary, and he had a $150,000 policy, and we paid the premiums and everything, but I didn't get the full amount because they had to have an investigation and all that, and because it was only a few months, since we got the policy, and so I had to get a lawyer to try and get me some money, and I only got $30,000. I had to get $10,000 to my lawyer.
That's crazy.
That's why I only got $20,000. So it was disappointing because $150,000 would have been nice, but What was the company? Oh my God, it was something off of the internet, some crazy something Boondock, something. I can't even remember.
It was in the 2-year. It's not a waiting period, but there's a 2-year. There's a contestable period with with any insurance that you get with any company that you go with. So
and that's what happened because it wasn't
exactly what happened.
Yeah, but I mean that was unexpected. We never expected that. So,
but still, they should have done like what was the reasoning for them not paying you the whole thing? Did they give you a reason?
Right. They tried to say that they found meth in his system, but he was taking medication that came up white mess. So, because I talked to the lawyer and everything and told her, and she checked it out, found out that the medication he was taking, it came up when they tested, did the that. It said he had meth, and he didn't have no meth.
That's.
And then they tried to say that he had regular medication he was taking, and they were trying to say that it was because of the regular medication, so that they wouldn't have to pay anything. And that's why I had to get a lawyer. If
it would have been past the 2-year contested period, it wouldn't have mattered what even if he did have stuff in his system, they would have had to pay you. They couldn't use that as an excuse, but.
So even if you have something in your system, you still can get the life insurance if it's past the 2 years?
Yes, you can.
Really? I didn't know that. Because anything I've ever read, it said something about if they find any kind of drugs or your system or something, they won't pay.
After 2 years, it's illegal for them to contest it. They cannot legally contest it anymore, but they can if it's within that 2 years. So that sounds like that's what happened to you.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, because it was just a few months. We got it August. The accident was September, and he died October. So, yeah.
And that's why we work with the companies that we do, because they're less likely to do something like that.
Right. So after 2 years, then it doesn't matter even if you die from drugs or something like that.
After 2 years, it does not matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing to know. I mean, I didn't know that.
Yeah, after 2 years, it doesn't matter how you die. They have to pay it, or what you have in your system, or they have to pay it. It's just a 2-year contested period. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So is that pretty much what's held you back in the past from getting something like this? I take it.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, because I was.
And I would be the one taking care of your family. God forbid that day ever comes, I would be the one making sure your family got the check. And
that's good.
I'd be your aide.
Okay, so what are we talking to? Like, if like you were saying, if I left $10,000 apiece for my girls, and I got, what would the policy amount be?
I'll have to ask you your medical questions to to see which company to go with for you, but I'll be able to tell you exactly.
Okay.
Now, I just want to reiterate that we do help families in a pinch all the time, and we are always able to give a good answer. Now, there's a very good chance that I will probably find something that you will like, because I do have the opportunity to be able to look around, like I was talking about earlier, compare most of our programs when most people don't. And our goal as a company is to solve the problem, not let it continue or linger on, and risk the worst from happening. That's not why I'm on the phone with you. We're here to help solve the issue. Would there be any reason that would be preventing me from helping you qualify for anything that I'm able to find that will probably be your best option?
No.
Okay. That was pretty much just me asking if there's going to be anything stopping me from getting you qualified today, or trying to get you qualified today.
No. I just don't have the money probably, because I know it's going to be more than what I have on my time at the moment.
That's not big of a deal. When do you want that first payment to come out?
Probably depends, because I imagine it's going to be close to $100 or so, ain't it?
Usually, on average, we can get some, 50 to 100.
Okay, so then probably, let's see, I get paid next week. I get paid every 2 weeks on this job, so I should make close to 500. So
good for you.
So probably it would probably be next week, next Monday. I get paid on a Monday. So
next Monday
they changed the pay to Mondays. Yeah. So I would say next Monday.
Do you know what the date falls on? Because it would fall on the same day every month.
Would be on the 22nd, I think. Yeah.
Would it be okay on the 22nd every time?
Or every 2 weeks.
Would you rather me
every 2 weeks?
Okay. Would you rather me do it like the first?
Yeah, we could do that on the first.
And then, or do you have?
I'll have another check by then, I believe.
Let me go ahead and pull up.
Plus, I get a retirement check, but it don't come till the third Wednesday of every month, so I could do it that way.
And if you want, I can align it with that. So the third. Hold on. See what it say, the 16th.
Okay. Now, if it don't come on the exact date, I mean.
Yeah, because if it falls on a weekend, then it comes a little early. And I'm trying to find my calendar in my phone.
Because my retirement comes every third Wednesday of every month, and that's come, but I get it like 5 days early on my time. So,
oh, really? Oh, that's
so I know that comes like that all the time, so I can set it that way.
You can just third Wednesday
of every month.
The latest that could be is the 21st. So so I can set it for the 21st and be okay.
Yeah, and then if I get it early, I could just pay it early, right?
Yeah, you could just call me or call the insurance company, whichever one I end up matching with.
Okay.
So I got that down. Now, let me ask you a few health questions to identify which company would be the best match for you.
Okay.
What medications are you currently prescribed?
None.
Oh, no, you told me that earlier.
Yeah, I don't have no medication.
Okay. How tall are you?
5'11" and 3/4.
Oh, you're tall.
Yeah.
And how much, just roughly, how much do you weigh?
About probably 165.
165, okay. All right. I know the answer to these questions because you're on no meds, but I have to ask them anyways, okay?
I know it.
They're a little bit long-winded, I won't lie to you, but as soon as I am done with each question, I pause and then you answer.
Okay.
And there is about 13 questions.
Okay.
Okay, are you currently hospitalized, confined to a nursing facility, a bed, or a wheelchair due to chronic illness or disease, or currently using oxygen equipment to assist in breathing, receiving hospice care or home health care, or had an amputation caused by disease, or do you currently have any forms of cancer?
No.
And you don't require assistance from anyone, so I'll answer that for you. Have you had or been medically advised to have an organ transplant or kidney dialysis, or have you been medically diagnosed as having congestive heart failure, CHF, Alzheimer's, dementia, mental capacity, Lou Gehrig's disease, liver failure, respiratory failure, or been diagnosed by medical professionals having a terminal medical condition?
No.
Okay. And have you ever tested positive for HIV or AIDS?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been medically diagnosed or treated for complications of diabetes, including insulin shock, diabetic coma, retinopathy of the eye, nephropathy of the kidneys, neuropathy, nerve damage, or pain, or used insulin prior to age 50?
No.
Have you ever been medically diagnosed, treated, or taken medication for renal insufficiency, kidney failure, chronic kidney disease, or more than one occurrence of cancer in your lifetime?
No.
Within the past 2 years, has your doctor ever told you to go get any kind of testing done that you didn't do?
No.
Within the past 2 years, have you been medically diagnosed or treated for angina, chest pain, stroke or TIA, cardiomyopathy, systemic lupus, SLE, cirrhosis, hepatitis C, chronic hepatitis, chronic pancreatitis, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, emphysema, chronic bronchitis, or required oxygen equipment to assist in breathing?
No.
I told you these are long-winded. Within the past 2 years, have you had a heart attack or aneurysm, or had or been medically advised to have any type of heart, brain, or circulatory surgeries, including but not limited to a pacemaker insertion or defibrillator replacement?
No.
And within the past 2 years, have you been medically diagnosed or treated or taken medications for any forms of cancer? That was a no.
No.
So within the past 2 years, have you used illegal drugs, abused alcohol or drugs, had or been recommended by a medical professional to have treatment or counseling for alcohol or drug use, or been advised to discontinue use of alcohol or drugs?
No.
Last set of questions. Within the past 3 years, have you been medically diagnosed or treated or hospitalized for a stroke, angina, heart attack, aneurysm, heart or circulatory surgeries, or any procedures to improve circulation?
No.
And within the past 3 years, have you taken medications for any forms of cancer, emphysema, chronic bronchitis, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, ulcerative colitis, cirrhosis, hepatitis C, or liver disease?
No.
Okay, and last one. Within the past 3 years, have you had paralysis of two or more extremities, or cerebral palsy, multiple sclerosis, seizures, Parkinson's disease, or muscular dystrophy?
No.
All right, awesome. So you are pretty dang healthy. You qualify for the best program that we have, actually.
Good.
Now, this plan, it's not just regular insurance. It comes with an Everest funeral concierge service.
Okay.
And what Everest does is they have 24/7 advisor assistance. So, if you God forbid, when you do pass, all your kids will have to do is call a 1-800 number, and Everest will take care of the whole funeral for your kids, so they don't even have to deal with it. They'll search all the local funeral homes.
Okay.
They'll get pricing for all the funeral homes, and then, present it to your kids. Let them decide which one that they want to use.
Okay.
And then Everest will actually negotiate with the funeral home to save your family money. Like, for example, one of my clients they had passed, and it was going to cost them $11,000 for the funeral, and Everest got it to $7,000.
Wow,
so
that's good.
They saved them about $4,000.
Right.
They also have a will prep from their website. You can create a will, a healthcare directive, and a power of attorney, and all you have to do is save, print, and sign, and it's backed by their lawyers, so you don't have to pay for any lawyers to draw up a will or any of that for you.
Okay.
It also has, it saves a ton of money. Well, because you already know lawyers aren't cheap.
Right.
It also comes with Kinsing. It's a cloud-based data vault, so if you have any accounts or if you have anything that you would want your kids to have access to whenever you pass, they would have access to it. You can even make it up to a 7-minute video, like if you want to surprise them and leave them with a video inside of it, you can have a video in there.
Oh, okay.
But most importantly, you can put pretty much any important document. That way, your kids don't have to bother looking for it. They could just go to one place and they can find it in this Kinsey. Then they have the Need Family Assistance. They'll plan the whole funeral for your kids. The only thing that your kids will have to do is pretty much buy flowers for your funeral. My grandma had something like this, and it was huge. It made things so easy for her funeral. I could just use that time for grieving.
Right. That makes it a lot easier.
It does. Your kids wouldn't have to worry about taking care of anything. All they'd have to do is call a number. That's it.
Okay.
And it's through a company called Pioneer Security.
Okay.
That's the insurance company.
Pioneer Security.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they've been around for over 100 years, and they have over $100 million. So they're never going to go bankrupt.
Right.
Now, it's a whole life policy. Do you know what whole life is?
I read it before, but I'm pretty well forgot.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, what whole life is, it means that it's not one of these plans where your premium's gonna change. Whatever you choose today is whatever it stays at. It'll never change, and the company, they can never cancel your coverage.
Oh, okay.
In the program, it does feature the terminal illness benefit I was telling you about earlier.
Right.
If you ever go to your doctors and your doctor tells you you're terminally ill and going to pass within 12 months, Pioneer Security will actually pay you the money while you're still alive.
Oh, okay.
And it has day one benefit. This policy, it kicks in the day that you make your first payment if you qualify, meaning it doesn't have one of those 2-year waiting requirements.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you don't got to wait 2 years?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I see.
And see, this isn't just insurance. It's kind of like I'll say a package deal, because you get the insurance company, you get Everest, and then you get my agency on top of that.
Oh,
so you got 3 companies, working for you.
Right.
So out of everything that I covered, which of those do you feel is most important to you?
Well, they're all important to me, but
it really is our best program that we do have.
Right.
But you have to be pretty healthy to get it. Luckily, you're healthy.
Well, I like the idea that my kids don't have to do anything as far as stressing over
they're having to take care of it.
Yeah, they can just let somebody else take care of that, and then they just get the money. You know what I mean? So.
Well, and that's another thing. They will actually expedite. Everest will expedite the death certificate. So most of the time, most insurance companies, they have to have the death certificate in order to pay out. So sometimes it could take a couple of weeks, and funerals don't take long, especially they don't wait for a couple of weeks. Right. Well, Everest will do all the paperwork to make sure that your kids get the money within 48 hours. So they will.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they'll have the money within 48 hours of you passing. It'll be delivered straight to the house.
Oh, wow. For real? Mm-hmm. That's good. Because it won't go through what I went through with my boyfriend. That was unreal.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't believe it myself. But
the highest that you qualify for is $50,000 through this company. And it's got accidental death on there as well. So it would double to $100,000 if you were to die from anything that wasn't natural cause.
Oh, really? Like if I was in an accident or something?
If you get in an accident, any kind of tragedy, anything that's not natural causes, it's gonna double for your family.
Oh, okay.
So the $50,000 just without the accidental would be enough to cover a cremation, and then leave both your kids with about $45,000 left over.
Wow.
And that one's only $354 a month, and then I have a $45,000 which would pay for a cremation, and then leave your kids with about $20,000 a piece left over, and that one's only $320. I just want to give you all of your options so you know exactly.
You're talking about $320?
Yeah, I just want to give you all of your options and work my way down to wherever you're comfortable. Okay, now I have a $40,000 option here, which would pay for a cremation and leave about $35,000 left over for your kids. It'd be about $17,500 left over for each one of your kids. And that one's only $285. Then I have a $35,000 option here that would cover a cremation and then leave both your kids with about $15,000 a piece. And that one's only $251.
$251, and that was for $30,000.
$35,000.
$35,000.
And that would be enough to pay for a cremation and leave them both with about $15,000 apiece. And you just keep in mind this will double if it was due to an accident, so it would leave much more than that if it was caused by anything other than natural causes.
Right.
Then I have a $30,000 option here that will cover a cremation and then leave your kids with $25,000 to split up.
That's $30,000?
For the $30,000, yeah. And that one's only $216.
Okay.
And then I have a $25,000 option here, which will cover a cremation and then leave each of your kids with $10,000 apiece. And that one's only $182.
$182.
Mm-hmm. Do any of those options work for you? Or I'm going to keep looking here.
Yeah, the 182 right now, because
the 25,000, that would
right
still.
Now, I mean, I'd like to do the other ones, but that's a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's why I said it's not just regular insurance. You're getting a whole package deal here. Now I can take the Everest off of there and stuff, and it would make it a little bit cheaper. But I really love that Everest company, because that Everest company, they make sure your kids get some money faster. They take care of the funeral, and I mean that alone is huge, you know. Yeah,
it is. It really is. So so that's mainly the amount and the prices.
Yep, and it will never change. So, like, say you pick the 25,000 tonight.
Right.
We get you approved for it. That's going to be your premium. That will never change. And then if you ever wanted to come in, because you, like I said, you could get up to $50,000 with this company, and you can just tell me, you know, hey David, let's bump it up, and we bump it up for you.
Okay. Well, with that, I might do later on. I mean.
Yeah, definitely understandable.
Yeah, because I just recently started this job and everything, which
Do you like it?
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to keep it. So I need to build up, you know, money.
Oh, for sure.
I got to get a vehicle for one. I don't have a vehicle at the moment. And,
I just actually the tornado I was telling you about. It took me a while to actually save up because I'd like to pay cash for stuff. I won't lie.
Right.
And so I just saved up and paid the cash. I did have to take Uber and stuff like that for a while when I needed to go somewhere, but.
Right. Right. So I'd probably take the 182.
Okay. And then
they'll have 10,000 a piece.
Yep, it would be 10,000 a piece, and enough for a cremation. And then just say it was an accident, that's going to be an extra
double, right?
Mm-hmm. It'll leave them with an extra 12,500 a piece. So if it was an accident, it would leave them both with about 22,500 a piece.
That's probably how it goes, too.
Mm-hmm. You have any plans for the rest of the night?
This is taking a long time.
No.
Oh, no. I mean, I just go to my girlfriend's every so often and take my dog down there. Play with the dog.
It doesn't. And we'll actually find out if you're approved pretty quickly.
Okay.
Now, if you do get approved for this, I want to make sure that it gets mailed to the right address, because it's going to get to you within. Most of our companies, they won't even send it to you until after you made the first payment. This company is one of the ones that do, so they're gonna send it to you, you know, usually within 2 weeks of me applying. So you'll get it in the mail within 2 weeks. Okay. And then what is your doctor's name?
My doctor? Do I have to have a doctor?
I can Google the nearest urgent care if you want me to do that.
Because I don't really have a primary doctor. That's no big. Sick or anything to go to a doctor, really. So. Yeah,
that's no big deal. I'll just put it the nearest urgent care.
Okay.
If you qualify for a free service called policy protection, that means that the insurance company will be communicating directly with your bank for your premium payment.
Okay.
Just like I was telling you about earlier. So the policy protection simply means that in the event of serious illness or inability to make a manual payment, your policy will not be in danger of lapsing because the payment is made electronically.
Right.